I'm sexy and weird and all that in between. I'm witchy and different. I burn up my weed and I turn up the scene while it sound like this, like this, like this.
Put your hands on the wall like this.
My dearest darling, I abandoned you in a time of need, and I can only pray that you can find it in your heart to forgive such selfish behavior. Love, my child, I was so foolish to ever leave you behind. But fear not, for I have returned with all of the treasures of the human world. All of the treasures of the human world. I promise, nothing will ever come between us ever again. For you are truly the meaning of my whole life. And more than life itself, I love you so much.
What's up, you guys? It's Jordan Exalt here for the first episode of Woke in Real Life. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So I wanted to do a little groundwork for today's episode. We're going to jump right in because we are talking about vision, and I have so much wisdom to drop for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. No bars. Mwah. So the reason I wanted to talk about vision for the first episode was because I think that, it's a powerful foundation, right? To say the least. I think that it's a powerful foundation, and I'm here to give you the cheat codes, to give you the knowledge, to give you the wisdom, so you can start building the right mindset, the right, skill sets to be ready and be prepared to turn your vision into a movement, right? Not just a business, using purpose as your currency. And that is so important, especially with spiritual entrepreneurship, which is a totally different conversation. But I wanted to have a conversation about turning your vision into something cohesive, something coherent, something that you can verbalize. That way you can take it from your mind to, a mood board or a schedule or a filled out planner, and make it into something physical from there, right? Because I think that especially now in today's time with TikTok being as big as it is, and social media and the tech industry boom being huge right now, it is especially important for us with soul missions, with ambition, as spiritualists, the warriors, the light archetypes, right? The sacred masculine and the divine feminine, to be building our entrepreneurship through our spiritual talents, and not just making business or services or low ticket items that do really great sales, right? Or the other way around. It doesn't matter. But we need to have a conversation about building conscious movements through that. Because when you have a vision over your conscious movement, you can't fall off. And that's the first point I want to talk about, because you guys will literally take it for granted. Trust me, I know. You guys will take it for granted until you realize how valuable a plan is. Do you guys think that I started this podcast one day by just hitting the record button and, throwing it onto a video format, exporting it, and wished it luck and sent it into the world? No. I added sound design, I edited it, I mixed it, I mastered it myself. But I also planned the story arcs, the development, the topics, how it was going to sound, how the visuals were going to look. I planned all of it ahead of time. And how did I do it without getting burnt out, without getting exhausted all the time, without wanting to quit? I made a vision board. I wrote out a plan, and I filled out a schedule for me to follow a little bit a day until the whole thing came together. And you don't have to do all three. You don't have to do multiple. You can do one, and it will change your life, literally. It will change the way you think, the way you maneuver, the way you navigate. Just trust me, it will work for you. So, ultimately, that being said, my first tip for you is to manage your energetic accountability. You have to be able to take ownership of your ripple effect, of your choices, of your decisions. You have to be ready for that, because when you recognize how every thought and how every action shape the energetic environment around you, then you can manifest the greatness that you envision in your head into something physical. So my advice is to, really tap into the affirmations. Just tap into the affirmations. Trust me, I know sometimes you are not in the mood. Trust me, I get that way too sometimes. And I get frustrated and I want to stop in the middle of it, just like everybody else does. But when you are using affirmations, taking accountability for something that you want, like you already have it, then you are taking the right step in the right direction, because you are taking accountability. You're taking accountability for your actions. You're taking accountability for your decisions. You're taking accountability for the ripple effect of those things. And that is not to say, it's going to be bad, and when it is bad, you have to admit it was on you. No, it's for the good, for the blessing that the universe has in store for you. It's for the blessing. So my second tip for you guys is to, after energetic accountability, right, is doing the shadow work in leadership. Because if you are not ready to be a CEO, if you're not ready to be the creative director, if you're not ready to step in at a lot of different small jobs that might need to be fulfilled, then you are not ready to be a leader. And if you're not planning to go that far, then I'm sorry, but anything smaller than the biggest goal you can fathom, you can understand, is a waste of time. No amount of affirmations is going to get you a goal, because you're settling to go halfway just so you can still be comfortable. No way. No way. So you need to start doing the shadow work in leadership. You need to start healing the parts of you that, that you're afraid of. Healing the parts of you that scare your authority. Healing the parts of you that are still fighting the imposter syndrome, right? Like, for example, I run a clothing brand called Oblivion. Sometimes it's Oblivion Syndrome, and I launched that brand a couple of months ago, and I never thought that I would be responsible for, coming back to fill in the little jobs, the little things that needed to be done once I passed them off, right? And this clothing brand has been, I would say, like, mildly successful, like not six figures or anything, but we're doing really good. And I never thought I would have to, come back. And it humbled me to have to do those little jobs again when I had passed it off for somebody else to do, and I was paying them to do it, right? It humbled me. But running this clothing brand is not about me and what I can receive. It's not about me and what I'm getting out of it. It will never be that, because the universe will snatch it up like that. And you have to be aware of the fact that if you're not humble enough to do the small things, someone will come along who is willing to do the job that you're doing, that you want to do, the big job, and take it from you. It's all about balance, baby. It's all about balance, and you have to really be humble, but at the same time, you have to be doing that leadership shadow work. You have to be healing your authoritative identity. You have to be really working on yourself, healing actively, growing, improving, evolving, right? And then my last tip, and then we have to wrap it up because I am so out of time, is that, I think the most important part of building communities, spiritual communities, is for growth. I'm just gonna say how it is. I feel like it should be for growth. The communities should be for growing, for sustaining, for a movement, unity in the community, not just that commercial nonsense that we think or we learn or that we're taught. Not just for audiences, right? Not for the ecosystems of clickbait and rage baiting. It should be for growth, you guys. So just keep that in mind when you're building up your vision. We will talk about building your vision from the ground up very, very soon. But not this episode. Not this next episode or the episode after that or after that. Don't wait up. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love and support from you guys. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so grateful. I respect it. I honor it with all of my heart. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys stay blessed all week. Be blessed. And I will see you guys next time.